What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Today, we're going to talk about the Week 11 updates for the WNBA. But before we do that, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, comment, tell anyone about the show. I'm trying to get the ratings up a little bit, just a little bit. And if you wonder where you heard this before, that's because you've been listening with me Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I greatly appreciate your support. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the WNBA standings real quick. We're going to quickly list off the playoffs as of right now, at least the standings, top 8, okay? So, number 1, Minnesota Lynx. Number 2, Las Vegas Aces. Number 3, Golden State Valkyries. Number 4, Dallas Wings. Number 5, Indiana Fever. Number 6, Atlanta Dream. Number 7, Washington Mystics. Number 8, New York Liberty. Now, hear me out, right? We're going to start 8, work our way up. New York Liberty, this is the largest drop this week, all right? Now, next game they're going to play the Dallas Wings. So maybe they vault up, maybe the Wings drop down. We're going to wait to see. But we know that this Liberty team needs to get healthy. They're still missing Satu Sabli. They're currently missing Leone Phoebish. I can't wait for them to get healthy. But again, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I said this before last season. They're the deepest team. They look to be the best team on paper. Will that hold up come playoffs? We got to wait to see. But they have the talent. They have the cohesion. Well, you hope they have the cohesion because, again, the healthiness factor messes that up. So we got to wait and see. But on paper, Liberty should be the deepest team. So I don't need to talk about them too much because I keep saying this all. It's redundant work at this point in time. I don't know what to tell you. It just sucks that they're the number 8 seed right now. It is what it is. Let's move on up to number 7, Mystics. They are the model of inconsistency. I just got to state that. Now, keep in mind, again, this is the youngest WNBA team in history. But again, model of inconsistency. And that's actually more than the dream, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I do like their young talent, right? You got Sonia Citron, Kiki Arief, and Shakira Alston. They got some good pieces around there on that team. So we got to look for the future with this squad. But right now, point in time, I'm not expecting them to win a playoff series at all whatsoever. So again, be competitive. Not going to win a playoff series. But that's just my expectations right now. We got to wait and see what happens. Next, Atlanta Dream. Look, I still view Atlanta as a contender. All right, I understand it's a little shaky time right now. They had a 5-game losing streak. That is tough. They got their tails beat by the Valkyries. That is tough. Like, if the playoffs were to start today, the Valkyries would play against the Dream, and the Valkyries are already dog-walking them in the regular season record, okay? What I think the Dream needs to do, and I'm looking at the head coach now because they have the talent. I'm still looking at the talent, but I'm focusing on the head coach. They need to make sure that their roles are defined a little clearer, right? And they need to work on execution. Again, talent is there, so execution does fall somewhat on the talent. But I'm also looking at the head coach as well, too. So if the head coach can't get it over, can't get the job done, maybe we need to talk about a new head coach personally. But again, let's wait to see because there's a lot more basketball that needs to be played. And again, once the playoffs hit, I'm expecting big things out of the Dream. At minimum, get to the second round and make that second round competitive. But we got to wait to see what happens. Now, I'm going to combine these next 2 teams, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's fair. They've also been here the last 2 weeks. Technically, the 3rd seed has also been here the last 2 weeks, so I may encompass them too. Now, Fever, Wings, and Valkyrie, because they all have been the same, basically. I don't need to really add nothing. Like, we know what the Fever got, right? They have a big 3. My only question for the Fever is, do they need less scoring from Caitlin Clark? Kelsey Mitchell, she's been giving very close to 50, 40, 90. Meaning 50 from the field, 40% from 3, 90% from the free throw line. That's pretty damn impressive. And she averaged about 23 points a game. Meanwhile, Caitlin's ass is over here giving 21 on what? 40% from the field, 34% from 3, and like 86% from the free throw line. And also giving about 5 turnovers a game. I'd like to see more efficiency, scale her numbers back a little bit, and let's see what happens with Caitlin when Caitlin Clark does that, plus focusing on Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston. And before y'all say, oh, I'm out of pocket, let's not forget, Caitlin's ass was not playing last year. And where did the Fever go again? Oh, they took the Aces pretty daggone far, right? I thought so. So again, I'm curious, do they need less scoring from Caitlin right now? The Wings, they're a different discussion because I'm trying to figure out whether or not their team is complete or if they need more time. This season, they've been looking pretty good, but should we focus more on them come next season? Because we still got to get AZ Fudd into the thick of things. She's been playing well, but we got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, she is still a rookie. All right. Paige, she's been playing like an MVP. Jessica Shepard, most improved player, hands down. Arike, she's been playing some good basketball. She's been playing. Arike's been okay. All right. The future of the Wings, that's what I'm focusing on right now. Will they keep Arike, or will they try to pair maybe another forward with the Wings to go forward in this Paige Becker's era? That's what I'm curious about. Because does Arike really fit Paige? Imagine if you had Paige and AZ as the guards, and you got Shep, Awak, and somebody else. That wouldn't be bad. Because we also got to remember, too, ladies and gentlemen, we have Alana Smith coming off the bench, and she's a co-depoy just last season. So I do like the Wings. Are they a complete team, or do they need more time? We got to wait to see. Same with the Valkyries. Are they missing anything contender-wise? Don't get me wrong. I like what they have cohesion-wise. They gritty, okay? The Valkyries do have Gabby Williams, all-star starter, well-deserved. And I think if the Valkyries stay top 3, you got to put Gabby Williams for the MVP discussion for sure. But I still think they're missing an all-star caliber scorer outside of Gabby, because Gabby's elite. Gabby's elite on the defensive end for sure. But offensively, I think she's still missing a little bit, like the Brianna Stewarts, like the Paige Beckers. You know what I'm saying? Like the Asia Wilsons, like the Nafisa Colliers. I think she's missing just a little bit from them, but she's still a bucket, and she's still right there though. Just a little bit different. Hence why I say, are they missing anything contender-wise? But we got to wait to see. Now, also, the Las Vegas Aces. What's the impact of them losing someone like Kennedy Carter? We understand they are defending champions, ladies and gentlemen. I get it, wholeheartedly do. But they just lost 12 points in 17 minutes. And I still don't think that they have enough justification to let her go. To be clear, I'm not there. I can't speak on everything that happened. I'm just saying, damn, I thought they could have kept Kennedy Carter. But again, I'm not there. I ain't going at Becky Hammond. I ain't going at Asia and them. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, Kennedy Carter was hooping. She could get a bucket for sure. But team fit also matters. And I'm not going to act like it don't, because, again, I'm a Laker fan, right? And y'all remember when Nick Van Exel was on the team and he didn't quite have the right fit that we needed, and we ended up getting Ty Lue. Okay, we gave more minutes to Derek Fisher. Okay, those players arguably were not better than Nick Van Exel if we're talking about individually. But if we're talking about team fit, they fit more than Nick did. So I get it if Kennedy doesn't fit the Aces. I'm just saying, damn, 12 points in 17 minutes, I personally would want to use. But that's just me. Now the Lynx, they're at number 1. They still at number 1. And they still don't have their best player, Nafisa Collier. So no new updates for the Lynx. Only thing I'm going to say is this. When Nafisa, because she's been cleared to practice, right? So when she does come back, if the Lynx don't look dominant, I wonder if people will start to turn on Nafisa Collier. Oh, she's old. Oh, she's washed. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I don't expect the Lynx to drop far. Oh my goodness. I just expect them to maybe take a slight step back just to integrate Nafisa Collier to mix with Olivia Miles. But again, I'm curious what the Lynx fan base will start doing if the Lynx can't get over that hump. Because again, the Lynx are number 1 right now. They've been number 1 all season long, damn near. And Nafisa Collier, if she come back and they're not looking that stellar, that may be interesting news right there to follow going forward. But right now, those are the 8 standings. Let's talk about the playoff matchups real quick. Lynx versus Liberty. If the playoffs were to start today, Lynx versus Liberty would happen, and I would hate that. I genuinely, wholeheartedly would hate that, ladies and gentlemen, because, again, this should be a second-round matchup. If I have to choose, I'm going to say Liberty, but I'm also predicting that they're going to be healthy and they got the cohesion, because on paper right now, they're the deepest team. They're the best team. But if not, I got to go Lynx, because, again, they got the cohesion. They got the talent to do so and the coaching. So y'all heard that. Aces versus Mystics. But I would hate Lynx versus Liberty. I just had to make sure. I just had to throw that in again. Ace versus Mystics. Yeah, I got Aces winning that one. And that's due to execution and the Mystics' inexperience. Again, Mystics, good learning lesson for y'all for sure. But yeah, Aces got that one in spade. I really don't even feel like I need to talk about that too much, honestly. If y'all think I do, then we can talk about that another day. But Aces versus Mystics, we out. Valkyries versus Dream. I understand that the Valkyries won in the regular season the majority of the time. I still think it's the Dream series to lose. I'm basing that off talent. But if we're going execution, Valkyries win that one. So Dream, if I'm y'all, yeah, I need y'all to prove to us, and I said us, that y'all can execute pretty well. Because if not, y'all gonna lose in the first round. And you can't keep doing this. Like, y'all need to actually make it to the second round and make it quite competitive. Or else, if I'm management, y'all got one more season before we start making some major trades. And I'm talking about Alicia Gray probably gonna be gone, to be clear. But that's just me, though. That's just me. But again, that's what I'm focusing on if I'm the Atlanta Dream. Valkyries, it don't even matter if y'all win or lose because no one expected y'all to be number 3 seed-wise. So, tip of the cap, let's see what happens with that. Wings versus Fever. I already talked about this last week. It is what it is. It's going to be an entertaining matchup for sure. If you wonder what I said, go back and listen to what I said for the Week 10 matchup. But it's highlighting Paige Beckers versus Caitlin Clark. It's highlighting Jessica Shepard versus Aaliyah Boston. It's highlighting Arike Agumawale versus Kelsey Mitchell. And throwing a little AZ Fudd in that mix too. That's going to be an interesting matchup to watch playoff-wise. But again, I already talked about it Week 10. Go follow it. Now, let's mention the stragglers real quick, ladies and gentlemen, because I think it's okay to bring them up. When I say stragglers, I mean the teams that are not making the playoffs as of right now, okay? So we got my Sparks, which, long story short, ladies and gentlemen, that's due to health, all right? Kelsey Plum out. She been out for about a month. She's supposed to come back on the 24th, if I'm not mistaken, of July. So let's see what happens if she returns, because it's still got to be if, okay? Because if we do return and if we stay at this 9th spot, we could end up replacing the Mystics. And I say that because I expect the Liberty to vault back up. But the Mystics, I think we can replace because of our experience. If not, I'm about to say blow it up. And follow with me next episode when I talk about what we doing, the Sparks meaning, to be clear. But again, for right now, health is the reason why we looking a little out of pocket. Now, for the Portland Fire, and I hate to say this with all due disrespect, they just not good enough. They not. I'm very surprised, actually, that they at the number 10 spot. I'm going to just keep it a buck with you. I ain't even going to talk too much about it. Portland, kudos to y'all. Y'all in the thick of things. Y'all could make the playoffs. I would be highly surprised if y'all do. I'm not expecting it. Is what it is. Toronto Tempo. Listen, I'm actually kind of disappointed, but I understand why y'all are below the Fire. This team goes as far as Marina Mabrey and Brittany Sykes takes them. And Brittany Sykes has been injured for quite a while, actually. So again, only banking on Marina Mabrey, who is very quality. She just tied the WNBA point total in one WNBA game, which was 53, right? So clearly she can get a bucket. But if you had Brittany Sykes there too, I think that vaults you up a little bit more. So the fact that y'all lost Brittany, again, she's supposed to come back. Got to wait for her to come back. So that's the reason why they dipping. If she comes back, can they eclipse the Mystics? We got to wait and see. If she comes back, could they eclipse my Sparks if we get Kelsey Plum back and we all healthy? We got to wait and see. But the Tempo have been playing pretty good, playing at their own tempo. I ain't mad at them. Still not good enough. But they go as far as Marina and Brittany take them. But we're going to wait to see how that looks. Phoenix Mercury. Yeah, injuries are derailing their season thus far. It is what it is. I love Alyssa Thomas. I love Kalia Copper. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah, they're starting to look a little older. Dewana Bonner is starting to look a little older. And their teams have been injured. The team has been injured. I can't hold you. So again, them being, let's see here, 9, 10, 11, 12? Sheesh. That is disgusting work. Could they actually climb up the ranks? Yes, I do think they still can. but it's going to be an uphill battle for sure. They're going to need they need somebody off the bench to really start producing, bro. And I don't think they have it. I love DeWanna Bonner. She looking too old now, man. She looking a little too old. Chicago Sky, yeah, I'm just calling spade a spade. Not good enough. End of day. I don't even feel like talking about them too much. Interesting pieces across the board. Rickea Jackson's injury definitely does hurt. Shout out Camila Cardozo for doing what you're doing. Y'all got some interesting pieces. Skylar Diggins over there playing well. Courtney Vandersloot done came back. Hear all of that. Not good enough. It's got to call spade a spade. Same with the Connecticut Sun. Not good enough. I hope Brittany Griner finds a new team. Matter of fact, Brittany, come over to my Sparks, bro. Just go ahead and do that, baby. We can make some things pop. We can make some things shake for sure. But, son, y'all don't have a good enough team. And it sucks, too, because this is y'all last season. So this is how it's going to end. But y'all go to be Houston Comets again. So maybe that works out. Maybe y'all get a influx of energy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. But we're going to wait to see what happens. But right now, yeah, y'all not good enough. So I don't plan on talking about y'all too much. The Seattle Storm, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the future of the team is low-key bright. So I'm very surprised that they're at the bottom of the barrel. On one hand, I get it, right? But on the other hand, I don't. Flau'jae Johnson, smooth. Awak Coulier, Our Fam is on the team. Smooth. And I like Awak Coulier. I just think Our Fam is better, sadly. That's crazy work. Ezzy Magbagor. What's going to happen with Ezzy? Is she going to stay on the team? Is she going to leave? We got to wait to see what happens with that one. But I like Ezzy. And I think Ezzy, Awa, and Dominique Malonga, who is the current all-star from the Storm, I think all three of them can play well together. I actually do. So it kind of sucks that they're at the bottom of the barrel. I get it. Ezzy's been injured, right? Natisha Hyman's been playing some good basketball. I like her. I like the Storm. I like the trajectory. I just hate the fact that my Sparks couldn't have got Dominique Malonga like I wanted us to, because we should have got her. But we ended up having to trade and get Kelsey Plum and all this stuff. It's just frustrating to see, because the Storm, I really do like their potential. I like their trajectory. It just sucks that they're at the bottom of the barrel right now. But imagine if imagine if they can get the number one pick. And imagine if someone like Juju comes out. You got Flau'jae, you got Juju, you got Awa, and you got Dominique plus Ezzy. Hey, yo, that may be tough. I may be a Storm fan. But again, ladies and gentlemen, these are the stragglers, by the way. I just had to make sure I talk about them right quick, show them a little love. On the next episode, maybe I'll probably talk about some updates for the WNBA. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that does conclude the end of the episode. So I'm very curious. Who are you appreciating? Who are you liking in the top 8 of the standings? Is there a playoff matchup that you want to focus on primarily? I need to know that. And then also for the stragglers, which one do you think has the best chance of getting to the playoffs this season? I'm curious to your thoughts. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, like I said, that does conclude the end of the episode. So please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone who's anyone, 1, about the WNBA, and 2, about my show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. I hope you're all having a good one. Take care.